Do you know what's scarier than change? It's waking up years later, realizing nothing in your life has moved forward because you stayed exactly where you were. Change is uncomfortable. It's like stepping out into the cold after staying warm for too long. We fear failure, judgment, even the unknown. So we tell ourselves, maybe later, maybe someday. And in the process, we stay stuck in jobs we hate, in relationships that hurt, in habits that drain our souls. But here's the truth. The pain of change is temporary. The pain of staying the same, that one grows bigger every single day. Today, let me share a story that will open your eyes. A story about fear, courage, and the high price of standing still. Daniel was in his early 40s, living in a small town where nothing ever seemed to change. For 15 years, he had worked the same office job, a gray cubicle, the hum of old computers, the smell of burnt coffee in the break room. Every day felt exactly like the one before. He woke up at 6:30 a.m., put on the same wrinkled shirt, drove the same road, and sat at the same desk. His coworkers were friendly enough, but no one seemed happy. Everyone was just surviving. Deep down, Daniel knew he wasn't living the life he wanted. He had a dream to open a small bookstore filled with the kind of books that had once helped him escape the hardest times in his life. He imagined a quiet place with warm lights, the smell of paper and coffee, where people could find stories that inspired them the way books once inspired him. But every time the dream came up, fear spoke louder. What if you fail? What if no one comes? You're too old to start over. So, Daniel stayed day after day, year after year, stuck. Then, one Monday morning, everything changed. The company called an emergency meeting. The boss stood there, his face tight with stress, and announced, "I'm sorry, but due to financial losses, we're shutting down. Everyone will be laid off by the end of the month." Who's like that? 15 years of routine vanished. That evening, Daniel sat alone in his small apartment. No job, no plan, just silence. And in that silence, a painful realization hit him. He had given the best years of his life to something that could be taken away in a single day. The thing he feared most, change, uncertainty, failure, had found him anyway, and staying the same had cost him far more than he ever imagined. Time, dreams, happiness. The next morning, Daniel made a decision. For the first time in years, he was going to take a risk. He used the little savings he had to rent a tiny, dusty shop on the corner of Main Street. He painted the walls a soft, warm color. He brought in shelves, a small reading corner with 2 chairs, and a sign above the door, "The Reading Haven." At first, it was tough. Weeks went by with only a few visitors. Money was tight. Daniel questioned himself almost every night. But slowly, something beautiful began to happen. A young girl came in every Saturday to read fairy tales. A retired teacher donated boxers of old books. A local book club asked if they could meet there every Friday night. Soon, the Reading Haven wasn't just a store. It was a community, a place where people laughed, shared stories, and found comfort between the pages of books. For the first time in his life, Daniel didn't dread Mondays. He didn't count the hours until 5 p.m. He was building something of his own. Something real. Here's the lesson. Change hurts. It's scary. It comes with risk and uncertainty, but staying the same, that pain lasts forever. So don't wait for life to push you. Take the first step. Face the fear, because on the other side of change might be the life you've been dreaming of all along. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing stories every week.